Week 14, we're talking about that putrid tight end position. We're always trying to find out which tight end is going to perform. Yearly, you guys know, every single year it is terrible to find top tight ends if you're not having the Travis Kelce's, Mark Andrews, George Kittles of the world. But let's go ahead and throw up the rankings right over there. Talk about number 10 here, Jake Ferguson going against that Philadelphia Eagles defense who ranks 21st against opposing tight ends. I think Jake Ferguson is one of those boomer bust type of players for me, right? Either he gets a touchdown and he does really well for you, or he doesn't get a touchdown, ends up with 1 or 2 catches for 20 yards, and now you're really upset with your life that why did you start Jake Ferguson? So Jake Ferguson, I think he does end up in the end zone this week. I do think the Cowboys upset the Eagles this week, and I think Jake Ferguson could be a part of that touchdown family that's going to happen here. Going against the Philadelphia Eagles defense, we know what this game's going to be. It's going to be kind of a back and forth, both two solid teams, same division, hard-nosed type of game. I think Jake Ferguson, a phenomenal play this week. Get him in your lineup. I think even coming at number 10, we did crack the number 10, but I think he's got to get that touchdown in order to be in the top 10. I think he gets that this week. Coming here at number 9, talking about Evan Ingram going against that Cleveland Browns defense, ranked 3rd against opposing tight ends. Now, Evan Ingram, what is he going to do this week? He dropped a little bit in my rankings just based on the question mark of Trevor Lawrence and that ankle injury that he suffered. Will Trevor Lawrence be on the field? If he is not, Evan Ingram definitely doesn't belong in the top 5 of tight ends, but I still think he's got a good opportunity based on the volume that he's going to see no matter who the quarterback is. I just think going against Cleveland, they have a very good defense against the tight end spot. The talent alone gets him at number 9 because we already know the tight end spot is cock-a-doodle anyway. But Evan Ingram overall, he has to land at number 9 just because I'm just scared of the quarterback position. Not sure what's going to happen as of the recording of this video. Not really sure what the status of the quarterback position is going to be right now. But Evan Ingram, overall, talent alone, opportunity alone, puts him at number 9. Let's go ahead and talk about number 8. We're going over David Njoku going against that Jacksonville Jaguars defense who ranks 22nd against opposing tight ends. So I do like what Njoku's been able to do here lately, and especially, and like I said, with Joe Flacco coming to town, maybe a little bit more of a confident quarterback play we can see. I do like against this Jacksonville Jaguars defense, not the best against the tight end position. I think Njoku has plenty enough opportunity to be a solid tight end for you this week. Feel confident. If you have David Njoku, don't worry about it. Put him in your lineup. Set it and forget it type of guy this week. I like him this week. Going over number 7, we're talking about Isaiah Likely here, taking over Mark Andrews with the injury, going against a Rams defense who ranks 29th against opposing tight ends. I do like the opportunity here for Likely, one of my favorite tight ends actually on the week. Now, we know that Likely hasn't had any boom games this week, right? He hasn't really had the opportunity to have a boom game, whether it was early on in the season or right now, but the Rams give up so much opportunity to that tight end position, and knowing that he is the main man at the tight end spot for the Ravens, I do like Likely. I think the opportunity alone easily puts him in the top 10 for me. I landed him at number 7. Put Likely into your lineup. Now we're moving right along to number 6, talking about Dalton Kincaid taking on that Chiefs defense who ranks 5th against opposing tight ends. We know what Dalton Kincaid gives us at this point. It's pretty much a touchdown almost every single game. He's targeted quite a bit. And in a game where I see a lot of back and forth going down, I think it's going to be absolutely phenomenal for Dalton Kincaid. Can't wait to see what he can do. He's going to need to be a part of this offense if they want to have an opportunity to beat the Chiefs. I think Kincaid's a phenomenal play this week. I think if you got him, you definitely put him in your lineup. I love what it is. Going over to top 5, number 5 here might shock some people. I'm talking about Taysom Hill going against that Carolina Panthers defense, ranks 8th against opposing tight ends. Taysom Hill is probably going to be called on to a lot, especially if Derek Carr is out. If you got Winston at the quarterback position, I see Hill being in that quarterback spot quite a bit, which is going to help you overall score quite a bit of points. I love Taysom Hill this week against the Carolina Panthers. I think not only he's going to be catching the ball, he's going to be throwing the ball, he's going to be doing all types of things, and especially probably running in for a couple touchdowns. Who knows? But I love what Taysom Hill brings to this offense, and I think because you could put him at the tight end position, going to be a phenomenal play. Can't wait to see what he does. Easily number 5 for me this week. Coming at number 4, we're talking about Sam Laporta taking on that Chicago Bears defense, ranks 28th against opposing tight ends. Sam Laporta, we saw what he could do last week. Now it's off and on. It's not consistent. He doesn't do this every single week, but we have to understand he is a vital part of this offense. If Jared Goff has success, a lot of times it's Amon-Ra St. Brown and Laporta on offense. Going against a Chicago Bears defense who is putrid against the tight end position. I love Laporta's chances this week. Put him in your lineup. Next, coming in at number 3 here, talking about TJ Hockenson taking on that Raiders defense who ranks 14th against opposing tight ends. We like Hockenson, what he's able to do. Will he take a step backwards now that we have Justin Jefferson back in the fold? I don't know. Don't think it's going to be that. I do think it's going to be a step back because we have to give Jefferson his targets. But I think Hawk is still a vital part. Excuse me, a vital part of this offense. And I think that we're going to see that. Hawkinson, phenomenal play this week against the Raiders. I think he gets plenty of work, plenty of opportunities, and puts up a nice fantasy game. Coming at number 2, we're talking about George Kittle taking on that Seattle Seahawks defense, who ranks 13th against opposing tight ends. We know what Kittle can do. He's having a phenomenal season. The dude is absolutely great, and at any given moment, he can have that boom game and explode for you. George Kittle could have a boom game against the Seattle Seahawks. I think the 49ers are going to run all over this team, pass all over this team, and just put up a ton of points. I love all the 49ers players in this whole game right here, especially George Kittle. Put the guy in your lineup, easily number 2 for me. And do I have to say anything about number 1? It's Travis Kelce going against that Buffalo Bills defense, ranks 11th against opposing tight ends. Kelce, he's had some bad games this season, we have to admit. Sometimes he's been absolutely MIA, but for the most part, we know what Travis Kelce gives us. He gives us consistency, and that's something you really don't have at the tight end position often. So knowing that Travis Kelce has Patrick Mahomes at the quarterback position, I love what he provides. Travis Kelce, easily number 1 for you. That wraps up my top 10 tight ends of this week. As always, appreciate you guys watching the video. Hit the subscribe button. We're really close to 700 subscribers. We're dropping multiple videos each and every week to help you set the best lineup possible. Leave a comment down below as well. Hit the like button. I really appreciate it. Let me know. Do you guys agree with my top 10? Is there somebody that I missed that I should be in the top 10? What you don't disagree. As long as we keep it nice and friendly and be respectful, we'll all be respectful back, because not everybody's top 10 is going to be everybody's top 10, and that's okay, because that's what makes fantasy football great. Can't wait to see you guys on the next video. We'll see you guys next time.